This is the Dale Not Dale Podcast, Season 3.
What's up, Bonnie?
Yo,
man. Dude, we got a guest on coming up.
I know, man. This is the first Riverside we've done in 2005.
25.
25.
25.
2005 is a good year, though.
It was a good
Gotta
year.
admit.
What was 2005? What was I doing then? Probably, I think that's the year I left to work for, I left the restaurant to work for Sprint cell phone.
2005, I was in college. I don't remember what I did, but it was fun.
Maybe the night you rode a Sherpa.
Nah, I rode the Sherpa in 03. 04. It was 04.
Yeah, we actually got back-to-back guests. So if you listened last week, we had Shane McNamara on from Bellum K9, which was a super fun episode.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good time. So I can't wait to do the follow up. Vaughn's gonna get bit. He said you can just wear that shirt. That's got enough protection.
Yeah, I can't wait. Dude, I keep telling you, it's the dog that needs to worry.
I know. Someone can track what you got.
I mean, this arm, crush those teeth. Crush those
This
teeth.
is gonna chisel them down.
Dude, I'm telling you what, there'll be a little nubs when he's done with me.
What's been going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just working and just trying to live a little bit of life,
Dude, New Year, new Vaughn.
Dude, I'm telling you what, man. I've had a great year so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
it's a really great year. I've been
It's a good contrast from last year.
yeah, this year has not been stressful, and I hope it keeps going.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Working in a new role that I really, really enjoy, and great company. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're excited. We're gonna have Brandon Davis on the podcast with us. He's gonna be jumping on shortly, all the way from I think was in Chattanooga. And so he is a up and coming, rising country artist that got popular from he blew up from TikTok, and everything we read from there, he kind of from TikTok, and he blew up to where he's got a record label. He's done tours. He's released music on streaming services.
He's got a lot of kids.
Bunch of kids. Yeah, we read that he's got 5 kids and a set of twins on the way.
Oh man, God bless him.
Can you imagine?
No, I could not imagine. I couldn't imagine. It takes a strong man. It's a much
Dude.
stronger man than me.
I'll tell you what, yeah, from what I've seen and like read about the guy, seems like a great guy. So
Yeah.
like I said, hey man, that's more power to him.
I bet him and Magnus are in like Facebook groups of of like, hey, we've got 5+.
Dad's a bunch of kids. It's called.
Dads with a bunch of kids.
That's it. We're simple. There's no clever name.
Yeah, dads with a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
It's invite only.
Yeah.
You gotta be birthed into it.
Yeah, you got to have more than 4.
Golly.
I can't even find that in my algorithm.
I'm in dad with kid.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, so hey, shout out to Bogey Bros, our sponsor. We got some of the gear on. I got the new hoodie, which you wore it last week, dude. The hoodie's
legit.
This hoodie is awesome. So if you go to the website, don't go to God dang it, I keep saying that.
They don't have a website.
Don't go to the website. It's down. Go to the link. We have a link that's like a encrypted thing that goes to their website.
Yeah, and it automatically gives you it's never out of stock.
Yeah, it's got everything. But yeah, check out the new polos. I got a few different colors, the black and green. Goes perfect with my green Bogey Bro hat.
Yeah.
Vaughn's got the what's that? I forgot the name of that one. I mean, it's got 69s all over, but I think it's called like Go Low.
I don't remember. I thought this was I thought it was something to do with 69 maybe.
No, it was like
Did it Go Low, really?
Dude, our sponsors are gonna hate us.
This one shirt we forgot. There's like 40. We can't. It's not like we know them all.
I'm gonna get flashcards. We're gonna start doing.
And this is a newer shirt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna do flashcards next episode, and you got to name it. And if you don't name it right, you just got to come up with a name, and that might be the new name they go to.
Yeah, dude.
If it's a better name, we can't help that we got better marketing ideas.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, so make sure to go to our link in our bio, Shop Bogey Bros. They got the new dumpster fire collection coming out.
Yep.
Well, it's actually out now.
It is.
So they got 2 men's polos, 2 women's polos, a bucket hat, a snapback, and a ball marker.
Yep, in green and in white.
Green and white, yep. So make sure to check out the Dumpster Fire collection. Buy it all, dude.
And they have a T-shirt, I believe.
And T-shirt. I think a T-shirt too. Yeah. So if you go, obviously, if you go to the website, since this is dropped, you can go. They'll have all the new arrivals, and then you should be able to click on the Dumpster Fire collection. I would think that they would have everything all encompassing under one for that whole drop.
Yep.
But take advantage of it. Like I said, the golf season started. Have you watched the new TGL yet?
No. So I watched a highlight of it the other day, but
So last night was Tiger's team. So it's Tiger, Max Homa, and Kisner. And they played against Colin Morikawa and oh my God, I don't remember.
Two other people.
Two other golfers.
Yeah, they play golf.
No, but that thing's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, so they actually hit off real grass.
Yeah.
Like there's real grass, real rough, and real sand. And if you're 130 yards or further, you hit from those back things. If you're 120 in or whatever, you play from the forward ones. And then once they hit to the green or up on the rough, they have a light that comes down and they put the ball exactly where it is. And they built these golf holes on this simulator. Mm-hmm. So when you go to the green, it's got hydraulic and it changes the undulation for each green. It's like, dude, I can't imagine the money that was spent. And the screen is 50 feet high, 5 stories.
Golly, just the cost in the facility alone is probably crazy expensive.
Dude.
But you know what? People like Tiger Woods probably aren't worried about cost.
No, Tiger's probably didn't pay for it either.
Yeah, I guarantee he didn't.
But it's cool. It's kind of like arena football and golf meet because there's fans that sit around.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
I saw a highlight of him going in the water.
Yeah, Tiger's team got their butt whooped last night.
Oh man,
that sucks. You lose your first game.
That means he's ready to pounce next time.
That's it. But yeah, golf season started. They got more and more stuff going with golf, like the TGL stuff. So, like I said, I think this is gonna bring golf into more homes just because it's a different experience. And if you're new golfers out there, you need some new golf swag. Get some bogey bros because when you start off, you're gonna be terrible. So you might as well wear some stuff that you look good, play bad. That's their motto.
Yeah. No, I think that's really and truly golf isn't really about how good you play. It's all about how you look.
It is because you can walk out there look dressed to the nines. You're like, dude, that's got to be a good golfer.
Yeah.
Just don't swing a club.
Don't swing. You don't even have to wear it. Everybody's like, oh, that guy's good.
Yeah, look at him. Looks like a highlighter out there with all the colors on. It's too cold to play golf right now.
It is too cold. It's too rainy. It's too ridiculous. And next week, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, we are expected to have icy roads and snow.
Yeah, I think 24 is a low one day, and then 27. That's cold.
Hey, he ain't lying.
Us Texans aren't built for this.
Here's what I think it is. Obviously, the inauguration's happening on Monday.
Uh-huh.
So the cold's coming in. Cold is coming in.
What's that show? Cold's coming. They have that show like Game of Thrones. They have that popular saying from it.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Me neither. I've just seen the meme.
Dude, I'm worried about next week.
Yeah, being I'm in oil and gas, dude, all these plants are freaking out. They're going through their preparations because of these freezes cause all kind of pipes to bust and valves just snap off. It's crazy. It causes more damage than any kind of other storm that you can imagine.
Well,
because we're not winterized. We're not built for this.
We're not.
We're not built for this kind of weather, man. We're not driving wise. I think we talked about this last week, but we're not. This area is not made for that.
No, I don't have snow tires, so if it's too icy, I'm just not going to leave the house.
Yeah, I just hope I keep having power.
That would suck. I didn't even think about that.
I know.
I got a generator.
There you go. You're good,
dude. If you have power and I lose power, I'm coming over.
All right, come on. So so we're excited. We're about to have Mr. Brandon Davis jump on the podcast. If you're not aware or you haven't seen him yet, go check him out. He's on all the streaming services. He's got a YouTube, TikTok's a good way to find him. You see him and his wife and his kids doing videos. I know he's got a big Facebook following as well. So go give him a listen. Tag him. Do something, It's them that you heard about him from Dale Not Dale podcast. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm excited to talk to him.
Maybe we can see if we can help him write a song or something.
I think we need to write a song and just see what happens.
Let's just put it out on. You can upload music very easy. We can make a duet.
Do like a SoundCloud?
Yeah.
I'm so down. But can we have it like country rap?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you know me, I'm more like into the rap.
Yeah, and I'll be the country guy.
You'll be the country guy. I'll be the rap.
What are we gonna name ourselves?
Well, you can't be Eli Slim if you're singing country.
No, that's what I'm saying. I need to.
I mean, I just want to go by Vaughn.
Well, that's not a name of a group.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just going single on this. Okay, I'm picking up. So our group, what is our group going to be called? Okay. Yeah.
We can't do Dan and Shay because that sounds like Dylan Vaughn.
Yeah, no.
We can't do Dylan Vaughn because that'll just be kind of.
Yeah.
We got to think of some good mashup name between country and rap. Crap.
Willie Snoop.
Willie Snoop. Yeah, so we're going to think about that. Hey, anybody listen on YouTube, send us a thought for our country rap duet.
Yeah. We need this is going to be a cluster. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Dude, I'm sure we'll get invited to go America's Got Talent or something. The Voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I don't know, episode of Hoarders or something. We'll get somewhere with it. We don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, we'll just play shows for people when they don't want us to. We'll just show up.
Dude, we'll be the only ones that get booked to go play a show at a library.
But yeah, y'all shut up.
Hey, y'all sit there. You don't have to sing.
All right, well, it looks like Brandon just joined the studio, so we're going to let him in and get this episode started. So stay tuned, listen to Brandon Davis, and check him out. Brandon Davis, what's up, man? Welcome to the Dale Not Dale podcast.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me. I'm just hanging out here in the bus and hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it too. Man, great to have you. I've been doing a lot of research about you, and dude, I'm excited.
So
I'm excited too, man.
So you're on a tour bus, so you're on tour, or what's going on with that?
No, this is a bus that we have here at the house. We keep it parked right beside the garage, and fortunate to get to take it out from Tennessee all the way to Timbuktu and back.
No kidding, man. That's awesome. What kind of? It's like one of the big rolling tour buses. That's what you got.
So this is actually a RV. It's a Tiffin RV that we have converted. It's got bunks throughout for all the guys and the family. We can take the band and the family on the road all at once.
Oh, that's cool. So you got a rather large family from what I read. Five kids at home and twins on the way. Is that what I read right?
You got it right. So it's never a dull moment and always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So the twins on the way. That's it. No more after
that's
that.
That's
it. Okay. Yeah.
There's no more beyond that. I kept trying to convince her for a full baseball team, but I think I'm going to have to hold back by 2.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'd have thrown in the towel at 1, but we're 2 different people.
Yeah. So Vaughn's got 1 kid. He's got a 13-year-old. I've got 2, a 14 and 12. So, hey, 2's enough for me, brother. Hey, more power to you. Like our producer Magnus, he's got 6 kids, all from like 13 to 3. So, and he's got a pair of twins.
Oh, wow.
He's got a pair of twins in there too. So,
it sounds like the same boat.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, y'all walk by your wives and they get pregnant. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I mean, hey, we've got enough going on. Like my daughter and my son are getting old enough now that like all I got to do is wait a couple more years and they can babysit the rest of them.
That's true.
Yeah, you have in-home babysitter is nice.
And you hope that you have enough of them that will take care of you when you're older.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I told them, I was like, look, I changed your diapers when you were little. So by the time we get to that point, you're going to have to change mine.
Yeah, hey, bro. It's a little different when you get older, though, but I feel you.
But, hey, with their age, by the time you're old, it'll be some robot changing your diaper for you. So get something to look forward to.
No telling, man.
So tell us about yourself, man. I seen your story. I read about the car wreck in 2019 that kind of prompted you to, like, chase your dreams and things like that, and the conversations you had. So kind of walk us through that, man, just so people that follow us that may not know you, same with people follow you, they're going to see this that don't know us. I mean, kind of share with your story, man.
Man, so for me, that car wreck was a huge pivotal moment. And it kind of woke me up because music has always been a passion for me. I've loved writing, I've loved singing and playing guitar, but I did what I thought was the right path for me, and that was going to college. I got a degree, got a bachelor's in engineering management, and got a good job, got a family, settled down, had a house, and I thought that, that typical map was going to be where I stood the rest of my life. But having that wreck just really put things in perspective because I realized that it's not that I wasn't doing things right, but it was that I had an opportunity to do something more, and God was just kind of saying, hey, look, there's this right over here. Why don't you take a chance, a little leap of faith, and see what you can do with it? And that's really where it led me.
Yeah, wow. I guess you go to something that traumatic. I guess you start thinking a lot of things you wouldn't think about prior to that. I guess that's really what hit you, and then you're like, oh man, you're here for a reason. You might as well take advantage of that. So how was your wife during this time? What was her thoughts on when you're coming to and thinking like, okay, man, we're going to change it up?
She was 26 weeks pregnant with my youngest son, and that's the first time she had ever left the kids. She came to the hospital. She was by my side through the whole thing, and she looked at me when I started saying, look, I've got this long list of things that I just haven't even tried to do, and a very short list of things that I've accomplished. I'm like, I'm telling our kids every day, chase your dreams, reach for your goals. Don't let anyone stop you. But I've kind of stopped myself, and I haven't even tried to push forward. And at the top of my list was music, and her being my number one supporter and my number one driver, she was very adamant making sure that I reached for it.
So did you transition over into music? Like, so obviously you're in the engineering field. Did you just stop the engineering field one day and just go full ride into music, or did you kind of slowly transition over to it?
It was this transition because I couldn't quit the day job. There was a lot of mouths to feed in the house.
Oh, yeah.
That had to be the priority. So we did it double time. I mean, I went to work from 7:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the afternoon, got home, we had family time, we did dinner, and then the kids went to bed at 8:30, and that's when the music light turned on and it was time to go. And we were usually up from, 8:30 at night until sometimes 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning working on the music side.
Goodness.
So was that working on music time for you? Is that writing music, like preparing to put stuff out, or were you like playing gigs, like playing local bars or whatever to just kind of get your name out there?
It really depended. Like, there was a lot back in the very beginning, there was a lot of local Mexican restaurants and bars that I did play around, and it was usually a once or twice a week thing as much as I could do it. And for us, social media was kind of the kickoff point, and it took me a while to really get behind that because I was the guy that had Facebook for the fact that, I might keep up with a high school friend or two, and I'm a comic book nerd, so I had comic book pages that I went and looked at to keep up with all that. So I didn't know social media, but she's the guru in that aspect. And that's a lot of the work we put in was trying to figure out a presence and an audience with that.
Well, it seemed like it's, like I said, you talked about God's plan. He was like, it happens 2019. Like I said, I know when I was reading, obviously God did the same thing with our family. We started doing TikToks in 2020 because everybody was just like, okay, this is a new thing. And I guess it's all, it's like I said, it's not by accident, obviously. And then from what I read, like, so your wife was like videoing you singing without you knowing. Is that kind of how that happened? She was like catching you off guard or something?
So like I said, we played some gigs out in the start, but those and what little social media we had done was like Facebook and YouTube. And I might get my grandma to comment to say, "Hey, honey, you look good. You're doing great. Sounds amazing." But we weren't getting a whole lot of traction. And when COVID hit, the live gigs had gone away for a short while. So that made that impossible. And she begged me. My wife was begging me to go on TikTok. And all I could think was the ads I had seen when I grazed through Facebook. And it was a bunch of crazy dances and people trying to be funny. I was like, I've got 2 left feet and dad jokes. Nobody wants that on TikTok.
Yeah.
And she thought otherwise. She said, look, for 3 months, she pestered me until finally she just said, look, I'm going to record you when you're singing. I'm not going to tell you when or where, and I'm going to post a video, and whatever I do with it, that's my business. I was like, you know what? Have at it, and you tell me what happens. And
so what was your first one What was your first one that went viral?
So I think the first one that went viral was I was standing in front of the fridge. It was like 10:30 at night. I was grabbing a bottle of water, barefoot, and a cut-off T-shirt. And she comes running up behind me, scares me half to death, and asks me to sing. And I sang whatever artist she came up with, gave my best rendition of each of them, woke up the next morning, and stuff just started blowing up.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that's like, there's a lot of, like even Luke Combs started on Vine, It's crazy how these guys, how big social media is. Like, like I said, you weren't on board with it, but look at what it did to your career when you were reluctant for it. It's just crazy that the artist Kane Brown, I think he was another one that came from that. I mean, there's a lot of people that got their start and now they're big time country art. I mean, hell, you got a record deal now. So it's crazy. But yeah, so like, I guess from there, you're just kind of singing covers, people hearing your voice and realize, oh man, this is cool. And then your wife messing with you. I guess that was just the perfect algorithm at the time to really blow you up.
Yeah, well, and I'll be honest, that first video, you wouldn't believe the amount of comments I got because I accidentally left the fridge door open. There was as many people commenting about that as they were about me singing.
I was one of them.
Fun.
You're just throwing nickels out the window. I can't believe you would do that. What a glutton.
It cracked me up.
It's not even
I know it.
That's not even an Energy Star fridge, dude. What you thinking?
Oh, I know, man. It was hilarious. And I mean, for the first while, it was like we had so many people asking for more music. And what was amazing was it went from just singing these covers to people starting to ask, like, hey, do you have your own stuff? And that's, for me, that was like that entrance point that I could say, okay, yes, now I can introduce some of my stuff into this.
Yeah, because there's so many good. I mean, if you go to Nashville, just you hear all these great people play covers, and then when you start mixing your own originals in, some people are like, "Oh, I don't hear this. I want to hear some Garth Brooks or whatever." And so when you want it, whenever people are asking for your stuff, that's gotta feel great to you, knowing like, okay, I actually can write and perform our own songs versus just being a tribute guy or whatever, cover song singer.
Exactly. Well, and plus we've figured out that TikTok had the live feature, which was something I didn't know really much about. And we started playing the live. Like I'd be on live for 2 hours at a time in the beginning. And people would say, well, what's a song you wrote? And getting to just debut them, not really thinking anything about it, and getting live feedback about all that through the comments. That was really something that kind of helped me in the writing process too.
Yeah, that's putting yourself out there for judge and jury for sure. That's
Oh, yeah.
That's the best feedback you can have.
Well, yeah, you kind of had a workshop without going to like a writer's cafe or something like that from all kind of, like I said, that's probably the most diverse crowd you've ever sing in front of on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they were good comments for the most part, but I mean, you had the one or two that were definitely the critics, and that. You need both sides of it. It helps you as a writer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's like that Notre Dame quarterback. He said before every game, his mom texts him, "You suck," because he was like, I already got so much praise and he was good growing up, and so he's like, I needed that. And so even to this day, like that game they played tonight, his mom texts him the day of the game saying, "You suck," to kind of help motivate him to get him back.
Wait until he has a bad.
Awesome.
Wait until he has a bad game and see how that conversation.
Yeah, no, dude, like you really suck.
Yeah, yeah. But look what you did to me, Mom.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I thought that was cool, but the same way, like you gotta have like you got to have the good with the bad. You got to have that because, like I said, if nothing else, you start rethinking something. Like, okay, maybe that lyric didn't work there, or whatever. Kind of get you thinking. And I mean, it honestly just helps you work your craft because you're getting some feedback that you wouldn't get from just at home playing in front of you and the kids. That just love your music because they're your big supporters.
Exactly.
So, at what point? I mean, obviously, you're on TikTok and you're doing the lives and everything. At what point did your children come in? Did that happen organically? Was it just something that just happened one day and it was cool, or how did that work out?
So it happened organically, and sometimes like there was one video early on that we had posted, and it was me and my youngest son, and we were doing, it was some TikTok trend at the time, and we used I think it was Chasing You by Morgan Wallen for this, like complete the song, like sing back and forth. I'd sing part and somebody could duet it and sing part. My son would not let me put him down. I couldn't put him down to do the video, but we had to get the video done. So I was like, you know what? He can be up there singing with me. So I just held him in the video, and that was one of the videos that had went viral. But as they got older, they slowly, it wasn't that we're sitting here saying, hey, come get in the video. You turn on the camera, especially like my 7-year-old, he'll come and peek his head through on every live. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they all want to be a part of it, and they love it. And that's the best part. It's a family affair.
I'm sure the critics in the comment were telling you you held your son wrong too.
There's no telling.
But like I said, I see TikTok, and I think a lot of people do enjoy seeing the wholesome stuff because there's a lot of stuff on TikTok, man. It's all over the place. So I think seeing wholesome stuff and seeing guys that like to sing and that are good. That's just, like I said, a testament to you. I mean, you got what I think I've seen 2.1 million followers. I mean, that's a heck of a rise.
No, I appreciate it. It's been amazing to just watch it grow.
What how quick, like where was your following count when you had that first viral video, and like what it start climbing to? How was that journey?
So when the first video that went viral got posted, I think I had 500 followers, and within a month of that video being posted, we had 300,000.
Yeah.
You want to sing for one of our TikTok videos?
Yeah, we're gonna send you over our new. We're gonna have a new jingle for our podcast. We'll have you sing it.
We'll have you sing it.
I'll let you
send it over.
Hey, I'll let you hold Vaughn while you sing it.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Hey, I'm light, so you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Hey, so I see the baseballism hat. So you're a baseball guy or what?
Oh yeah, man. Baseball, for me growing up, baseball was life. I mean, it still is, but now through my kids.
Yeah. Did you play? I obviously played high school ball. Did you play anywhere past that?
Yeah, I played a year in college for a local Christian university in Chattanooga, and then left to go pursue the degree. So
I did read also that you had a musical family, and your dad, Rick Davis, is right? Is his name?
Yep.
He played with he opened a show for that Garth Brooks, like in '88 or something like that. That's got to be pretty cool. How old were you then?
Not even thought of yet.
Oh no, dude, you're young.
Yeah, you were thought of. Trust me, they were thinking about you.
I was 5 then, dude.
Yeah, I was born in '93. My dad I think my dad met my mom in '89.
Okay.
So,
did he have a band, or he went under Rick Davis? What was his band name?
Back then I'm not sure what their name was. It was at a place called the Governor's Lounge, man, and back then Chattanooga had 2 spots that you had to be, and that was Governor's Lounge and Rockin' Country Club. And he was part of the house band at the Governor's Lounge.
Oh, cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. That was early Garth too.
Oh yeah, man. That was a night. My dad, he had no clue who he was opening for. He just knew that somebody had sent in, I guess the governor they called him governor, that ran the place. He had sent in a tape of my dad, and the manager for Garth approved it, got him up. He ended up doing it later on for T. Graham Brown as well.
Oh, nice. So what year? So what year did you like? I know we talked about you transitioning from your day job being an engineer to music full time. How long was that transition? Like, when did you go all in? Like, okay, this is my passion. I got good traction. Like, when did that happen?
So we started all this in the summer of 2020, and I kept my day job all the way into it was probably October of 2021 when I finally signed my publishing deal and I was able to leave the day job behind.
How was that? Was it scary?
Scary, but very freeing. It kind of gave me that boost to say, wow, like we're doing it now and we got to go all in and make it happen because, I mean, when you're leaving something that a paycheck comes in every week, you got to leave that stability behind and say, now it's all on me. So it's been all on me since, but we're blessed by God to keep it going.
Yeah. So the publishing deal, that just means like you get signed on by a label to like you're writing, right? That's how you start out with that.
Yes. So I write for Big Yellow Dog, and I'm also an artist under their label.
Okay. Any notable songs you had recorded? Not other than by you.
Other than by me, not yet. We've got some in holding, and we're working towards some more this year. So
I heard that's good money when you sell a song that does well.
oh yeah, it can be real good money.
I don't know. I need to start writing songs then.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for money.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Oh, dude, trust me. Everybody knows.
Yeah. No, I'll do anything. $20, $20.
Hey, so
Oh Lord.
I read. I guess one of your big breaks was you got to tour with Tim McGraw. Man, how was that?
Man, that was the experience of a lifetime, and that's still probably selling it short.
So how'd you get involved with that? How'd that even come about?
A TikTok video.
No
I
way.
joke you not. So he had started posting these songs for people to duet, and my wife had plugged in the headphones to her phone and just ran up to me in the kitchen, said, "Here, put these in, start singing." And I put them in, and I looked down, and it's a video of Tim McGraw asking me to sing. I always call it the Barbecue Stain song.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's called something like that. I've called it Barbecue Stain since I was little.
That's a great song.
But it was something like that. And I just sang along with it. The video went viral, and next thing you know, we're playing a songwriters round for a thing called Hope on the Row in Nashville at Old Smoky Mountain, Yeehaw Brewery is what it was. And his management showed up, started talking to us.
Holy cow, dude. Dude, hey, so TikTok's ending, dude. Like, that's crazy that you got on this way before it's imminent going down. It seems, I don't know. I mean, I've heard different things, but it's crazy to think that you're a testament to an artist that blew up from there. And, like, you know, if you tell your story, the people are like, we don't know if TikTok's going to be around.
What, TikTok's going away?
Yeah, I know.
Sunday.
That's the word.
I've heard a lot of people are going to buy it, though.
I don't know. That can't happen.
Dude, my wife's upset. She does all them TikTok shop stuff, so, dude, trust me.
Oh, man.
Next thing you know, all the gas pumps shut down. we're in a bad spot here. If you don't have TikTok, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fortunate that thankfully other social media has grown. So, I mean, whatever happens, happens, but we hope for the best.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy in that one thing I was going to say earlier is, you know, obviously I've been to Nashville. I've kind of been around, you know, the music scenes where it's popular at. And I always say this, and I think you would probably agree that most of the talent in the music industry is unheard of. I mean, they're behind, they're at a restaurant somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and they're just unheard of yet. So it's cool that TikTok or something like that can like launch a career really of somebody who was at one point unseen. So
Yep.
I think it's pretty awesome.
We have a good buddy that was on the podcast. We're friends with, his name's Cody Hibbert. I've heard of him. He's a red dirt country guy from Oklahoma. It's funny because he was adopted from South Korea to a family in Oklahoma, like on a ranch. And so his biggest thing is when he plays shows, he's like, I don't sound like how I look, and he doesn't at all.
He doesn't.
But same way, he was like, he stopped at a diner in some town in Texas, and one of the guys with him told the waiter he could sing, and he sang a couple songs for him. Then like the next weekend, they booked him to play there, and then like he was an oil field guy, and he kind of blew up just from somebody hearing him and wanting to have him play a show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just crazy how that world can just really, you can blow up from that, man. It's wild. So, how many dates did you do with Tim McGraw?
That year it was all 17 on the 2022 tour.
Dang.
Goodness. Is that like a pretty grueling task to be on tour like that?
I mean, it depends on which one you're on, because each tour structure different. For that one, it was hard on us having to leave the kids like we did, because we were sharing a bus with Alexander Case. So it was a little bit more of a task for us to make that happen, because we weren't used to just taking off and leaving the kids for days at a time. But we left on Wednesday nights. We were back by Sunday night, and then we would have, Monday, Tuesday, and during the day Wednesday to be with the kids, and it was back on the road. And that was for 6 weeks straight.
Cool.
Gosh. I don't know. I would have been totally fine taking a break from the kids, but you're a better father than I am, obviously. They'll be there for a long time. Don't worry.
When did you release your first your first single under the label?
So the first one under the label we released in, I believe it was November of 2021. We released a song. I think the first one was called The Kitchen, and it was either late October or early November of 2021. And then we followed up with two more to kind of cap that year, with Minus You and One More Christmas Eve. And it was awesome getting to do that and kind of putting it out there that, like, look, we've taken this to the next level, and it was amazing.
How was it hearing one of your songs on the radio first time? Have you experienced that?
So we're still on streaming services.
Okay.
We've had some radio play. I've got a few local stations that play it, and then throughout the country, and actually a lot more outside of the country, we've had some radio play. But currently, we stick on the streaming service side.
I bet that's neat just to go on Apple Music and see your music in there.
Oh yeah,
I went and looked. I think you had 3 albums on there, and obviously you got your new single that you released. That was it. I Am. That's your newest one I've seen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gotta be neat to see yourself on a streaming service.
I think we need to make music.
Yeah, I got a SoundCloud. I used to rap. I went by the name of Elad Slim.
Elad Slim.
That's my name backwards.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. SoundCloud. I think it's still around. There's a lot of expiring rappers out there.
MapQuest is still around, so I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't go away.
Oh, hey, so I got a question for you. Being that you're a songwriter now, is there any song, like, what's a song out there you hear and you're like, man, I wish I wrote that song?
Man, I'm going to have to go old school on you, because if there was one I wish I'd written, it would probably be Chiseled in Stone by Vern Gosdin.
Okay.
That's a song that stopped my dad in his tracks the first time he heard it, and then he played it for me, and that's really what inspired a lot of me wanting to just write songs.
I'll have to look that one up. So my dad was he was a rocker my whole life, dude. Guitar, they had a band, they played all over. So I grew up in that, and I'd had no desire to play an instrument, which I hate it now. I'm older, that I wish I would have. But I was always a big fan of music, but still to this day, me and him share music, and I'll send him some songs, because he's not a big country guy except for the old country. And I'd send him some songs every once in a while, and he'd be like, man, I wish I wrote that song. You know, some of them songs you hear, you're like, especially, I guess, as a songwriter, you think about, man, if I would have wrote that song, just because however the lyrics are, how it's composed, like how it's set up. Like I said, that's something that I know firsthand, because I've been around people that do music, and they say that kind of stuff, like, I wish I could have wrote that song, you know. So I was curious what your thought. So I'm gonna look that song up. Was it Burn?
It's worth a listen. Vern Gosden. They called him the voice, man. He was the voice.
I got to put it in the Googler here for a second so I can remember it.
Yeah. So what's on deck? Like, I know I looked at your website. You have some tour dates on there. That's just your own tour. Are you with somebody, or how is that?
That's all my personal tour dates, and we've got more that are going to be added to it. We've got several that are in the pipeline, so we're getting ready to add a lot more to it and have a great 2025, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So when's your next album dropping? I know you got a single out. I guess you're working on the album right now. That's the plan?
We're gearing up for a next project, and it's going to be something really special. Got a lot of fun things that I want to do this year musically, just because we've had an amazing 2024 where I got to put out a lot of songs that I was super excited about, and I've got a really good lineup that's coming down the way here in the next couple months. So it's going to be an exciting year for music.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So anybody current out there you wish you could tour with? There's somebody you could, like, man, I want to tour with this person. Who would that be right now?
Man, honestly, just because of the person he is, I'd love to do something with Kojo down the road.
Oh man, I've seen him a few times. Man, he puts on a killer show.
He's local to here, I believe.
Yeah, he's from what?
Huntsville?
Yeah. He's not a few hours from us.
Yeah, 93 miles to be exact.
He actually hunts. He actually hunts at I have a guy used to work for me. He's got a high fence, nice like ranch, and Kojo and his band will go out there and hunt usually once or twice a year.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he's got to hang out with him. He said they're super cool.
Kojo.
Yeah, man. He seems like someone with really good values, and he's always took pride in the music he puts out, and that's the kind of person that any of us can look up to, especially in the music world.
Yeah, that song of his, Half a Song, is one of my favorites. And he's got that one lyric, and that's one song I'm like, man, that's just so well written. That one just there. I mean, there's a bunch of them. Like I tell people he hasn't made a bad song. I've liked everything he's put out, but that's one of my probably all-time favorites of his. But this guy's like, now that he's blown up, like we've seen him at we're south of Houston, so we go to the Houston Rodeo all the time. We were there. I was there at that first show he did whenever he filled in for Old Dominion, and then like, man, right after that he just skyrocketed. How many years ago that was, but maybe one day we'll see it at the Houston Rodeo, man.
Hey, maybe.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Do y'all do any local rodeos there they have artists play?
So they've got one in North Georgia that we've entertained trying to do something with, but for the most part, everyone we've been a part of, we've had to travel out of state for.
Okay. So how long have you and your wife been together?
We have been together, since 2017. I met her on January the 10th. Well, not January 10th, January the 20th of that year.
You better get that right.
Yeah, well, the 10th is her birthday, and I missed her birthday by 10 days on the first day I met her, so I went and bought her a birthday gift for the birthday I wasn't even present for her, so.
Hey, what a guy.
Yeah, I'd have saved the money. I'd have saved the money.
So what does she do? I seen on her Instagram she has like I guess a brand or something that she does. Like what does she do? I mean, she's got 5 kids to deal with and 2 on the way. But like, what is her day-to-day like with you guys?
So she is actually my manager. She is my booking agent. She is the social media person. She does it all on the business side for what I operate with in music, and then she's also got launched a clothing line last year for You Are Worthy is what she named it. And that's actually the inspiration for the song that we just released called I Am, because she had a You Are and an I Am shirt line that she had put out because it was something growing up she had battled with a lot because of a very rough home life when she was younger. And that's it's been amazing to watch that grow with her.
Yeah, so how old are y'all? You're born 93, so what, 31? 30, almost 32?
I'm 30. Yep, I'm 31. She just turned 30.
Oh, man. Cradle robber.
So y'all got married in 2017, and you have almost 7 kids. I'm doing the math here. I mean, goodness. Have you known her to not be pregnant?
Yeah. We've had a stretch, but so when I met her, my oldest two kids were already in the picture.
Okay.
So my daughter was about to turn 2. My oldest son was 10 months old, and for them, I mean, this is the life they've known. They've never really known any different, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's never been any different for me. And we actually I formally adopted them towards the end of this past year. So it's been amazing to watch them grow and watch the family grow from the starting point that we were at to where it is now, because life has just been a blessing.
That's awesome.
I mean, it seems like these last few years have been crazy.
They have been, but it's been worth it.
So you're on what's it called? It's a Big Yellow Dog Music. What are the artists on that label with you?
So they've got probably one of the biggest ones is Logan Mize, and they've got a lot of artists in several different genres, whether it's country, they've got some pop artists, they've got a whole sync department full of folks that have made songs that you've probably heard and never even known it because of, commercials like Toyota or different TV shows. And it's a pretty good lineup, man. You should check out the website.
Yeah. So how'd you get that record deal? Like, kind of walk us through how that happened for you.
So the second song I ever released was Step by Step, which is about my oldest two kids. And it's one that we finally found this audience of people that connected with the song in a personal way to something I thought was going to be just very personal for me. But this song, when it debuted, we were number 4 on the Billboard digital sales charts. We were number 1 iTunes all genre for a week. And it was just kind of our launching point in the streaming world to say, hey, we're not just on social media. This is my music. And, now I'm in it. And that's what really started to draw attention to publishing companies, because I was the only writer on that song. And it gave them an idea of like, hey, he can sing, but he can write too. And it gave me something to stand on.
Yeah, especially I guess when they see one name on their verses. Sometimes you see these songs written, they have like 6 or 7 people that wrote a song together.
Yep.
And you never. And from what I heard, if you just have a couple words for a song, you can get writing credit on a song. Like
word for a third.
Yeah,
I've heard that before on some other like podcasts and stuff like that, like Hardy and talking about it, stuff like that.
And I'm good with words. Make a career.
Yeah, we'll sit in with your next writing session. We just want to we'll have her name on there. We don't need any money.
There you go.
I just want to put it on my resume.
We'll take the "and" out and replace it with "yes."
Yeah. Yeah. So big 2025. That's your plan. Do you guys still do a lot of TikTok stuff? Like y'all still stay pretty current on there with your fans?
We're always posting videos. It's really what keeps the music relevant, what keeps it alive. And we try to share day-to-day life and just really sharing what's going on at our house. Cause there's ways that we try to post like good quality videos and really incorporate the music. And then there's other times where you've got my kids running into a room now with a camera because they're able to operate the technology better than we can half the time. And they're asking me to sing. And I will say I've at least raised them right enough that they know good country artists to let me sing, unless it's my daughter, and then she makes me sing some of the ones that she likes, and I don't always know the words to those.
Do you sing some Reba?
Yeah.
Now, I'll sing some Reba. I can sing like female country artists I can do good with, but my daughter, she is really big into pop music. She likes Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo, which I think Olivia Rodrigo is her new favorite. She's
pretty good.
Moving out of her Swiftie phase. So, Olivia Rodrigo can sing, man. She got some pops.
I like Sabrina Carpenter. She's got some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I actually listen to her music.
I just like Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I like her too.
My daughter's she's got the lockdown. She knows the words to everything that comes on the radio when I turn it to that station.
Yeah, that's how I was as a kid, man. I grew up, my mom listened to old country, my dad listened to rock, my grandma would like the billboards. I mean, it's like I was well versed in music my whole life. Like I said, man, I tell you what, my head's full of movie quotes and lyrics and songs. That's all it is. There's nothing useful up there. But if you ever need me for a trivia show, call me, dude. I'm telling you, I could get it.
I love it.
Yeah. So hey, so real quick. So did I read that you guys went through some? Are y'all were going through IVF for?
Yes.
Is that for your most recent for the twins, or this is other kids y'all had?
That was for the twins.
Okay. So I don't know if you see anything on my page. So that's what. So my my sister-in-law, she's the one that had quintuplets. She's the one that had the all five girl quintuplets. Wow. So we have this. We're on TLC show called OutDaughtered. But like I said, they did the they had to go through some fertility stuff. I forgot the name, which acronym it was. But yeah, so she had 5 daughters at once. So can you imagine that?
2's going to be an adjustment on our part. Because we're finally evening up the odds in the house, which I guess I'm kind of outnumbered because both of my dogs are female too. So,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
Oh man.
So how long was that journey for you guys? That's a lot. That takes a lot on people. I know that from what I've seen and read.
So for us, I mean, we went through 2 rounds of it, and for her especially, like the physical part of it with the hormones and all the medication and having to go through what all that does to your body and your mental state. Like she's a absolute trooper to have held it together as well as she has. You couldn't tell that she's had such a trivial time getting through all this with what all they've had her on, but it's amazing that it's an option like that, and I'm blessed that we've been able to go through it, because we wouldn't have what we've got coming in April if it weren't for that. But we also did go through, we had our first round and we ended up going through a miscarriage. And that was very hard. But luckily, the Lord had different plans.
Oh man. Yeah, I've had friends that been through that. That's a lot on a relationship and everything, because that's just such, I never been through it, but I've just heard and seen. I can imagine what that does. I mean, it's got to be a tough thing to go through, especially when you did a lot of work preparing, going through that.
Yeah. And
then how far along was she?
We were only at 8 weeks at that point, okay. But the thing about it was, like, we knew a name, and we already knew that it was going to be a girl thanks to a blood test. And, we had all these plans. Everything had already been mapped out. We had bought clothes. We were ready for everything to just take off. And we had never had an issue with the previous pregnancies of that being a worry. And when you walk into a room and they're telling you that kind of news, I mean, it's just disheartening. And like I said, she is beyond strong and the most amazing woman I've ever met. And to watch her have to go through that while I'm trying to, hold her up and find a way to go through it myself, like it's difficult. And I know there's so many other people that have, unfortunately, that same experience.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I couldn't imagine.
I couldn't imagine either. Gosh, that would be tough.
So you're a baseball guy. Are you a golfer by chance?
Let's define the term golfer.
Well,
I can swing a club.
Okay.
I can swing a club, and I can hit a driver as far as I can hit it. But it's a question of which direction it goes and how easy it is to find once I get out there to it.
You bring a lot of balls.
So our sponsor, you see my hat, it's called Bogey Bros. These guys are terrible at golf.
Horrible.
Me and Vaughn are big golfers, but they're rotten. Okay. They're good friends of ours. They're the sponsor for our podcast, but I was telling him about you. He's like, oh man, so I want to, after this, I have to get with you. He wants to send you some Bogey Bros swag, man. So get you this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is all for people that aren't good at golf, pretty much. Their motto is look good, play bad. So
I will represent them proud then.
We got to send him the Little Swimmer shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude. Yeah. Hey, I'll get you contact after this. I'll send you the link to check them out. But yeah, I was talking to John, one of the owners. He's like, "Oh, we need to get Brandon some Bogey Bro gear." So I'll definitely get you hooked up. They want to send you some stuff. So that'll be cool, man.
I love it, man.
That's what I said. Well, he's a he's a baseball guy. I said, I bet he's play golf. At least you can swing a club. I mean,
Yeah. You can swing.
Well, I mean, I can hit the furthest drive I've ever hit was 385 yards, and it was straight as an arrow. But you put an iron in my hand, and it's a gamble of whether I can hit it straight. You put a putter in my hand, and well, let's just say that I lose a lot more on the green than I do trying to get to the green sometimes.
That's the story of my life.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm a horrible putter. I do great until I get to the green and it just falls apart.
Yep. I feel like Adam Sandler up there just begging the ball to go to its home. That's that's my mindset every time.
I always skip the home. I just forget it. I'm just not even going to try anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, so one thing on our show, me and Vaughn being doppelgangers, we used to do this in the past. We're kind of starting to do it again, but we'd always ask our guests, like, hey, who is your doppelganger? Who have you been told you look like? Do you have somebody that people are like, oh man, you look like such and such?
Man, so honestly, like early on, and it wasn't because of how I looked every day, but there was a picture that got posted to me early on where I was wearing sunglasses and a hat, and the number one comment kept being told because of the beard, and it was a lot shorter at that point in time, but I got told because of the sunlight and some redness that showed up in my beard, I looked like Kojo, and I was like, well, I'll take that as a compliment.
Dude, we'll roll with it, man.
Hey, you get you some tattoos on your palm, on your top of your hands, you'll be good.
I know, I've got them all the way down to here. I just got to go a little further.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny, man.
That's a good person to be compared to.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that any day.
Dale's been told he looks like Oprah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's there. If I get a certain pair of sunglasses on, the light hits me right.
Yeah.
Look just like her.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I said, hey, we're excited we had you on. I know you got a plethora of kids to get back to right now, but one, thank you for coming on. We're excited for your year. We're definitely going to be following. I'm going to check your music out. I did listen to your new single, I Am, earlier. I sent it to my wife, and hold on, I'm going to tell you that real quick. So I sent it to her when I told you we were having you on, and then she texted me. I'll tell you what she liked. Oh, Step by Step is what she told me. She sent me. Because she sent me like your list, and she's like, oh, I like this one a lot. So she was checking it out.
Yeah, Step by Step has always been a favorite, man, and another one that's become one of our top streamed is a song called Tough.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna check you out, man. I'm on the road a lot for my job. So is Vaughn. So I'm gonna put you in the playlist. Start checking your stuff out, man. And hope to keep in touch, man. Like I said, hey, if you ever come down this way towards Houston, play some shows. We're close, man. We're always down to listen to some live music.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Y'all come to a show, and I'll show you how to play golf even worse than you knew how.
That's even better.
We'll play the guitar while you play golf.
Yeah,
that sounds like a plan. We'll be bad together.
Yeah,
we'll send you over what we want in the green room too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hey Brandon, thanks again, man. Like I said, you got a cool story. It seems like you got a lot thing going great in your life. Congrats on the twins. We hope a healthy pregnancy and delivery. And we'll be checking you guys out on social media, man. I'll shoot you a message on. I'll send you follow me back on Instagram. I'll shoot you a message about Bogey Bros, and we'll get you hooked up after this too.
Sounds great, man. Can't thank y'all enough for having me on, and looking forward to talking to y'all again down the road.
Absolutely, Brandon. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Hey, so after we're done. Hey, after I clicked end, don't close the app out. It's gonna it uploads everything that you recorded. It takes a minute, and it puts it onto the server or whatever. So.
Gotcha.
Just giving you a heads up. But hey, man, thank you again, Brandon.
Hey, thank y'all. Y'all take it easy and have a good night.
All right, bro.
You as well.
Bye.